With Orderdesk, you can schedule a customized spreadsheet or text file to be automatically sent via email or FTP to third-party recipients. Follow along in this video to learn how to create and use your own export templates in just a few short minutes. To get started with your first export template, navigate to the Export Templates page and click the Add New Export Template button. Let's look at the fields where you can apply your preferences. If we skip any fields in this video, it's because they are more advanced and not used in most export templates. If you need more information on any of these advanced fields, see the How to Export Files help guide at help.orderdesk.com. Give your template a name that will tell you what it's doing or where it's going. This is important for later if you end up creating multiple templates. The default setting for the file name is CSV. Change this to .txt or .xlsx if necessary. For more information on file name options, see the FAQ for this video. There are three options in the one line per setting: order, item, and shipment. One line per order means the file will export with only one line or one row in a spreadsheet for each order. If any shipment or product fields are added to this template, they will not export and the field will be empty in the file. One line per item means the file will export one line for every item within an order. An order with 3 items in it will be exported as 3 lines in the file. This type of template will also include order fields, not just product fields. One line per shipment means the file will export any of these order shipment fields. It will also include order fields, but not item fields. Select the delimiter for your file. Most files will be comma separated, but if your fulfillment service requires a specific type of delimiter, you can set it here or use the custom delimiter parameter. Custom parameters is where you can set custom preferences on how your file is exported, like the custom delimiter that was just mentioned, skipping weekends, or alphabetizing by customer email address. For a full list of available custom parameters, see the FAQ for this video. Let's move down to the selected and available fields next. This is where you will be setting up the information that should be included in the file, as well as deciding the order in which the columns should export. On the left, the selected fields, which should be empty right now, is what your exported file will include. On the right, the available fields will let you choose which information to include in your file. Adding the fields you want is as simple as clicking these buttons. When you add a field, on the left you'll see the default field name. Update this field name to the name you want displayed in the file. On the right, you'll see some code. This code is necessary for Orderdesk to know what fields to look for in your orders, so make sure to leave this format alone, with one exception, the question mark. A few fields will have a question mark in them, such as single variation or single checkout data field. When you see this question mark, it means to replace it with your field name. Don't change the rest of the code, but do put your field name in the place of the question mark. Because some fields on orders or items use your own custom names, this lets you tell Orderdesk what to look for and pull that value into the file. For example, if you have checkout data called Ryan's phone orders, you can add this to your template and the file will export the value from that field. For this to work, it must be an exact match to the field name from your orders and items. If you need to, you can add more than one field to the same column. For instance, you may want the shipping first name and shipping last name to export as one field. To do this, add both fields, then copy and paste the last name field right after the first name field. You can then delete the second field from the template. Once you've added the fields you want, drag them where they need to be in the template. When a file is exported, the columns will be in the same order, where top to bottom is left to right. Field filters give you a little more control over the date format, skipping and replacing certain fields, and skipping lines that would otherwise show up in the file. For more information on these filters and how to use them, See the FAQ for this video. Let's move back up to template actions and automatic processing. Template actions do two important things. First, they tell orders that have been exported where to go after they are exported. Select the folder you want orders moved into from the Move After Export option. If you have an export template running on a specific folder regularly, orders will be exported multiple times every time the template runs unless they're removed from that folder. Second, this is where you tell the template where the file needs to go. Select any combination of these three options. Download CSV downloads the file right to your computer. For send to email, you can put in one or more email addresses, separated by a comma, to receive the file. And send to FTP lets you drop in the recipient's FTP credentials. Last, an easy to miss but important setting, process this export automatically. If you want Autodesk to automatically export your orders on a schedule, click this option and choose your preferences. Select how often you want it to run, what folder you want it to run on, and when you want it to start. Don't forget to save your template before leaving this page. Now that you have an export template, you're ready to export your orders. To export orders manually, select the orders or an entire folder that you want to export. Click on the Export button and choose the template you created. The export will process and either be downloaded or delivered through email or FTP, depending on the settings in the template. That's it. If you want to export a certain group of orders that can't be found in a single folder, you can do an advanced search first, then export the orders that are returned from the search results. If you set up the automatic processing option in your template, your orders will export on the schedule you chose. Check your View Appointments page to see when the template will run next. You can even run it ahead of schedule from here by clicking the Run button. One thing to be careful about is editing the appointment for when the export runs. Always edit from within the export template, not from the View Appointments page. Once you've begun exporting files, you can check on what has exported. Head back into your Export Templates page and look at the top where it says Export Processes. If you need to, click on Show All Completed Exports to view info about past exports. From here, you can see useful information about each file that was exported. The name of the export, the date and time it was exported, the status to see if it was successfully completed or not, the number of lines that were in the file, and there's a link to download the file. One last useful piece of information here is this icon. If you hover your cursor over it, it will tell you who started the export process. If someone in your store manually ran the export, their username will appear here. If it was an automatic appointment, it will say Started by Automated Process. In the last few minutes, you've learned enough about export templates to start creating your own and exporting order files. Keep following along in this video series to learn about the Rule Builder.